Okay, so we continue. I hope hakutakuwa na any interruption tena because I'll go back to home. Oh, so hii imeturudisha tu back vile ilikuwa before, but it is still okay. So I will simply remove the, first of all, na remove the hyperlink. Maybe I can also remove for this. Actually, I'm showing you people on how you can, how to link your data ukitumia the data analytic toolbar. So utakuwa unachua kila kitu, but the issue itakuwa ni kulink. So in fact, even it will be very difficult for you to come up with a template. Ukuje na ka template, maybe upatie an accountant or an assistant accountant if you don't know how to link. So now, tukikuja kwa hii data, niko na worksheet zenye nimeweka from worksheet 1, 2, 3 and then nimerename. Kama worksheet 1 yangu ina contain most frequent used functions. And then worksheet number 2 ina contain data filtering and advanced filter. And then worksheet number 3 logical functions. Worksheet number 4 ina contain the data tables. And then under the data tables, we have also another worksheet for the one variable data table or one-way data table. There is also another worksheet in a contain two-way data table in a contain two-way data table. So the question here, or our focus here, how can I link? How can I link? And then that one tulikuwa tumesema we do what? If you need to link that data, you right click. Ukisha right click, and then your drop down button, mpaka hapo hyperlink, una click the hyperlink, and then you can, utakuja sasa kwa place this document, and then if you click that place that document, you can see that you can see the page reference. Unaweza ona the names of all vile nimerem my worksheets. From my first worksheet, it contained dataset summary. And then number 2, Excel functions. Number 3 is advanced filter features. Number 4 is if functions and many other functions. So now, Mimi, I'm interested in the Excel functions. And then I do what? I click OK. Done. Then done. So if I go back to, if I click here, these functions, it will take me back to where? It will take back to, my homepage. So you can see there, this is if I click back to this one, and then ikirudi, unaona it is interactive. Inanipeleka huku ikinirudisha nyuma. But this thing, I can as well remove this homepage. I can as well remove this. So ebu scroll from your side kama unaiona vizuri. So, and then I do what? I remove. So I've already removed it. So I can decide, kama kuna mtu uja mute, kindly mute. Kama umeniweka speaker from your side, kindly mute. So from here, I can come even use these shapes. We have the auto shapes. I can decide that maybe let me use arrows instead. So unaona we have some auto shapes there. Okay, so I have auto shapes there. Maybe I can select this auto shape. Naweza select hii ni forward. Nataka the backward one. This one. So, and then I will draw. So instead of andikaring the home page, I can as well use that. I can as well use this arrow. These are auto shape arrow. I can use that arrow. And then from this arrow also, what I would do, I will simply right click and then ikuje what? Eyeballing. And then ikikuja eyeballing, that arrow inafaa inipeleke to the dataset summary. Inafaa inipeleke kwa dataset summary. Dataset summary. And then I click what? I click OK. I click OK. I click OK, and then that is it. I click OK, and then that is it. So it is linked now. If I click that arrow, yeah, it is the same. Unaona? I can just write what? I can either use I can write a text and then I link it. I can use hyperlink to link a text. I can link a shapes. Unaweza chora hata shape yenye ina represent something. Eh? So the same thing applies to the data filtering. So data filtering, so if I right click and then now I need to link it. So nitakuja hapo mpaka kwa hyperlink and then sawa, and then now nikuje kwa place in this document, and then now it is what? It is Excel functions. So it is about the data filtering, okay? So I'll just click here, data filter feature, and then I click OK. And then I've already linked it. So if I click here, it will take me to that workbook. It will take me to that workbook or worksheet, rather a worksheet where it contains the data for advanced filter. There is also, I hope now we are okay with that. I hope you have known how to do that. Unaweza tengeneza link yenye inakupeleka to the homepage na inakupeleka to a specific worksheet like the way I've done it here. So it is an interactive, it is actually an interactive data. So you can make one like that. And then it is very important. It is, don't take this for the crowd. Don't take this for granted. Watu wanaanguka kwa kitu kidogo hivyo. So you might be knowing many other things, but you have a challenge in eyeballing. You have a challenge in eyeballing. So I don't think whether it is necessary because your method ingine itawachanganya. So now let us just use this method, the one I've just shown you people. And then now I wanted us straight away we go to something else. Because tulikuwa tumesema we are doing a recap. If we will not do, Saturday, if we are not doing tufanye revision na past paper, we are doing a recap. But nimeona wacha kwanza tufanye recap because tukifanya recap for maybe today and tomorrow as we had agreed before, it means that hata mtu mwenye alikuja very late at least atasaidika, na mwenye maybe the other time alikuwa class na agwa ameshika vizuri, so hatakuwa na struggle kwenda kwa videos. Maybe you can ask a question directly live in class. Okay, so there is something I wanted us to do. What? So is all this in the same workbook but different worksheet, or different worksheet same workbook? Apple we have the data iko kwa one workbook lakini different worksheets. Iko kwa the same workbook but different worksheets. Iko the same. So iko kwa the same, but you can as well link it. You can still link even a different workbooks using the same method. Haitakuwa na any issue. Itakuwa na any issue. So immediately or right away, let me just also remind you about the concepts of filtering the data, because tutakuwa tunahitaji kufilter data. Actually you will be required to be filtering your data, especially when you are dealing with a very large volume of data. So the only way you will come up with a specific report you require is by doing what? is by filtering the data. So tutajana na hii most frequently used functions, tutakuja kwa advanced filter. And then I have a very small data set there, very small data set. But with this data set, you can learn a lot. So you can see there, we have the date, we have the region, we have the sales rep, we have the cost of goods sold, we have the sales. So, and then you need to extract a specific report from that big data. Hawajatupatia hiyo kwa previous exam hiyo big data, but who knows, maybe round D they can do that. Because this filter, it is a function. Sometimes we use it to extract a specific report from a large data set. So like, for example, you have been asked by the examiner, whether wamekuuliza theoretically or the practically, what is the function? Can you, keep us the procedures of extracting the data from West, and then cost of goods sold, maybe from West, and then the sales, maybe the sales is greater than 5,000, and maybe cost of goods also maybe greater than 5,000. So we have 3 criteria there. So I had shown you people on how to use the what, the sum if or the count if, or the average if, but we still have also the advanced filter. The advanced filter is not like the normal filter. I mean, it is not like this, because I know most of you are familiar with this. You are familiar with that one, this one. I think you are familiar with this. So it is not this. So the problem of this one, nikikuja click, for example, this one, it means that I'm supposed to, nikikuja hapo kwa filter, so those are the filter drop down buttons. So nikikuja hapo kwa region, so it means that I'm supposed to deselect all, and then nikuje kwa West, and then I click OK. I click OK. So it is West. So it means that I'm supposed to copy all this first. And then once I've copied it, maybe I can do what? I can paste it somewhere like here. I can paste it here. And then now it will force me back to go here. And then I do what? I remove my filter. Unaona? So this is a very long procedure, especially when you are dealing with a large volume of data. So what you actually do there is one, you will have to type, like for example, unakuja hapa juu kwa heading, and then maybe niandike the region. So I will just use the equal sign. So the region. So nimeleta the region. And then also maybe the sales rep, equal sign, and then the sales rep, press enter. And then even maybe the cost of goods sold, it is still the same. So equal sign, and then maybe cost, the COG, then I press enter. So, and then if I want it to have the same format, it means that I will just click here, mara moja, and then ikuje kwa format what? Painter. Nitakuja kwa format painter, mara moja. And then now I do what? I will do like that. So at least it's gonna the same format. So that is the simplest way of doing what? Ya kukuwa na the same. If you need the same format, that is actually what you do. And then the next thing, what I should do here is that I need to come up with my criteria. So tumesema the region for the worst one, we need what? We need this advanced filter to filter for us. I can even type. We need for the region what? For region West. Hiyo ni kitu ya kwanza. And then apart from that, sales, no, it is not supposed to be sales, actually. It's supposed to be the sales. Oh, and then the sales is greater than, the sales is greater than, it is greater than 5,000. So tunataka itupatie report ya kwanza, sales from the region west, and then hiyo sales inafaa iko sales yenye iko above 5,000. Okay, and then maybe also the cost of goods sold, maybe tuseme the same, greater than what. Wacha kwanza tutumie ya kwanza, let us just use that simple one. So now what you do, students, what you'll do, the first thing is una click your data, and then you know that this data is very small. I'm talking over data like ikona data like 1.5 million or even 2 million for that case, data kubwa. But for our case, most of our spreadsheet now, the latest inaenda mpaka 1.5. So you might not have a record up to 2 million, but 1.5 it is okay. So you do what? You select, and then unakuja kwa data. Most of our advanced Excel functions inakuanga located under the word, the data. So, and then you can see there, you can see the advanced, you can see the advanced there. So I specify the complex criteria to limit which records are included in the what? In the results set of the query. So now what I can do, I will simply click mara moja. And then if you click it, wow, you realize that in a select your data automatically. It will select that data automatically. This one is very important, especially unajua sasa wewe ukipewa question kwa business and data analytics, hawata kupatia the formula on how to go about. So it is upon you to come, ile mwalimu wako alikufunzanga how many methods of doing that. If they need a specific report, so it is upon you to use the skills you have to do that. So it may select automatically. And then you can see down there, we have the criteria range. We have the criteria range. So the criteria range, students, is here. You will select this. Uta-select this zote. You will select that. I hope we are together. And then now, once I've selected that, so the next thing you are supposed to do is you copy. Unataka kukopi hii data wapi? So data yangu nataka ikuje chini hapa kidogo. I need my data to appear here. And then you simply click OK. Wow. And then you have your what? You have your report. You have extracted. So, and then if you are keen enough, if you ukiangalia, unaona imetupatia mbili because inaangalia ile criteria ya cost of goods sold and then the sales. Cost of goods sold and then the sales. No. Inaangalia the sales. Hatuku select that one for the cost of goods sold. So ukiangalia it manually, that is the reason why hata nimeona tutumie data kidogo. So imetupatia Newton. So hebu tuangalie Newton. So this is the Newton. Tuangalie the Newton. So ukiangalia the Newton there, you realized that sales zake ya kwanza ni 32. So haikumit to criteria. So the Newtons, so computer ilitu selectia this one simply because it is what we call, it is greater than 5,000. So our first answer, it was this one because it may meet the criteria. And then also you can see Stephen. Tuangalie Stephen. So unaona hii meet the criteria ya sales but haija meet criteria ya Stephen iko sawa. So hiyo ndio tuko nayo. Ingine 10,000, it is in south what? It is in southeast. And then ingine, it is in midwest. That is why it is not displayed. So I think you have understood the concepts. I think you have understood the concepts of advanced filter. So the way I've done it here, but you can have as many criteria range as you could. So naweza kuja kuweka ka criteria ingine haka sasa. Naweza kuja kuweka criteria ingine Nikikuja kusema maybe so nikikuja tena kusema maybe this one also greater than 5,000, same. Or definitely, I don't know whether it will be like this, but let us just try it. Let us just try it. So what I will do, Darudi kwa, I'll just click anywhere in my dataset. Just click anywhere in my dataset. And then nikishia click anywhere in my dataset, nikishia click anywhere in my dataset, what I will do is that nitakuja kwa data and then nikuje kwa advanced filter. Very simple, si kitu ngumu hata kidogo. So very simple. And then, so from today onwards, when you are using your spreadsheet or kwa job, usitumie ile filter ya kitambo. Hiyo kutumia filter ya kitambo, unafanya a lot of work. You need to copy paste and then now utoe hiyo filter. Just use the advanced filter because you are an advanced student. Okay, so wajia hii watu wa computer packages. So unaona nikiselect advanced filter ina select my dataset. And then nikuja kwa my criteria range, nitatoa and then I will select everything like that. And then nikishia select hivyo, so I'll copy. And then now hii ni mahali unataka kuweka data yako. Otherwise hii data tunaweza weka even in a different worksheet. Tunaweza weka in a different what? In a different worksheet or a different workbook. By just clicking on that book and then unaipaste. But wacha tuweke hii ndio so that you can compare. So tuweka hapa chini and then I click okay. So now, inamaanisha ni mbili It is 2. Cost of goods sold and then ingine ni kama ni the same. Yeah, I can see. So imetupatia the same because actually it was like that. It was like that. So you can as well add more what? Criteria range. You can add more. So you can have so that is it. That is the concepts of advanced what? Advanced filter. It is something we had done before. So and then I'll go back to the data set. So this one, the logical function, this is something very simple. I think tulifanya hata juzi, the logical function. So this one we use what? We use we'll use a function inaitwa if. We use a if function. Maybe to do what? To accept or reject the what we call the project based on the IRR. Based on the IRR what? Internal rate of return. Based on the internal rate of return. So if your internal rate of return is less than, if it is not equal to 10%, if it is not equal to or greater than 10%, the project will be rejected. The project will be rejected because it is not viable. The project will be rejected because maybe it is not viable. Otherwise, the project will be accepted if the IRR percentage is 10 or greater than 10. It is just an example on how to do that. So it is very simple. Hakuna haja turuke. So equal sign, and then I do what? Kidogo tu. So I will insert, and then that is actually an if function. So the logical test is the what? Is this IRR. If the IRR is equal to, let me say, if it is greater than or equal to 10%, which is here. And then we need to do what? 10%, hii 10%, nafaa nifanye nini? Hii 10% I'm supposed to lock by pressing F4. Because hiyo 10% ifai kuchange across, hata kama ungekuwa na 500 projects, ulikuwa unataka kudetermine ile projects yenye ziko viable, yenye unafaa wapatie the investor go ahead, wafanye nini? Waendelee, na zile zinakuwa rejected. So you log it because that cell inakuwa constant, I change. And then now, if it is true inamaanisha it is equal to or greater than 10, so the project will do what? Will be accepted. So utaandika hapa accepted. And then otherwise the project will be what? Will be rejected. Otherwise the project is rejected. As simple as that. Then you just click OK. If you click like that, una select and then Control D. Control D is the what? It is the shortcut. Tulikuwa tumesema tutakuwa tunatumia the shortcut doing that. So now unaona project ya kwanza it is accepted because the internal rate of return is 12.5. That is inamaanisha imemeet our decision rule. It is equal to 10 or greater than 10. That is the decision rule. So it is as simple as that. It is as simple as that. It is as simple as that. So unaona wanaweza kukupatia projects mingi and then wakupatie the IRR ama wakupatie the net present value ama wakupatie MIRR all, na wakuambie can you determine which project using a data analytic tool, determine using data analytic tool function, determine which project is what? Viable. How many projects are viable? So tuseme kama data ni kubwa, if the data is so, kama data yako ni kubwa, it means that now itabidi nitakuja hapa and then I'll still do something else. I'll still do something else. As in nitakuja hapa nitumie nini? Count. Nitakuja kutumia nini? Count if. So I double click and then the count if, and then this is, I select all this. So I'm assuming that silikuwa more than that, maybe ni mingi sana So and then comma, and then now nikishaweka comma hivyo, what I will do, my criteria, nitaweka criteria yangu. So my criteria yangu is naweka quotes, then niweka rejected, niweka accepted. So unaona imeniambia projects ngapi zimekuwa nini? Zimekuwa accepted. But you know, it seems very simple here. It seems ikiwa very simple here. Inaonekana ikiwa rahisi. Inaonekana ikiwa rahisi hapa. Inaonekana ikiwa rahisi. But now, when you are dealing with what? When you are dealing with data kubwa, actually that is the way to go. That is the way to go. So it means that ukitaka nao uangalie projects ngapi zimekuwa accepted. So projects accepted, it is 2. Projects rejected is that one. So that is a very good analytic. That is a very long. And then from there, maybe even you can visualize. You can visualize your data. So I'll go back to the what? I'll go back to my data set. So that is a logical function concept. That is a logical function concept. That is if we had done it before. We had done it before. So now we go now to the data tables. We go to the data tables. And then these data tables and it has to go straight away to the one variable data table. And then this, as I had said before, when you are dealing with the data tables, when you are dealing with the data tables, okay. Ama nimesum sana, but I can see it is visible. I can see from my screen that it is something which is visible. So one variable data table, vile tulikuwa tumesema, this is a one input cell. It is one input cell. And then what I mean by one input cell, in whatever analysis, we can, like, for example, we can get the answer for whatever you can see there. But from this the data you can see there, we will be able to solve many other questions. We'll be able to solve many other questions. How? I think the best way for me is to do it practically. So now the first thing you should do is to calculate the what. Unajua yenu watawaandikia in words, utasoma in words, but unafaa convert everything. So immediately tu ukienda kwa hiyo inaitwa nini in that class, anything to do with the what do we call loan amortization or one variable, because wanakuambia use the one way data table or use one way use two way data table to solve the following question. Maybe wanataka ucalculate the monthly repayment of a mortgage or a loan like that. So kitu ya kwanza ukuja up, you'll come up with a table like that. The input and then the output. The input and the output. And then unakuja kusolve your input ukitumia nini? Using a table. Using a table like that. Wachana na method zingine, just use this method, you will be safe. So amount borrowed. So amount borrowed, this one I'll do it very fast. So it is what? 2 million minus 200,000. So amount borrowed is 1.8 million. And then the monthly rate. The monthly rate, it means that you start with the equal sign. To kuje the yearly rate, we divide it by 12. Why am I dividing it by 12? Because why am I dividing it by 12? Because we require the monthly rate. And then I press what? I press enter. So the monthly rate is 0.33%. That is the monthly rate. So ni ile rate yenye mtu, the interest yenye utakuwa nalipa per month is 0.0033. And then now the payment, you will be paying for 180 months, because tutakuja hapa tuseme ni 15 years, and then in each year iko na 12 months. So you know, making it what? Making it 180 months. So kwa hiyo mortgage, ukichukua hiyo moja, unajua utakuwa unalipa a certain amount which is unknown, which actually tutajua in a short while, and then you will be paying that amount for a whooping 180 months. Every month unalipa for 15 years. And then now monthly repayment. This monthly repayment, this is also a financial function, which I want you people mkuwe very keen. But it is a financial function. It is financial function. You are an accountant, and then if I talk about financial function, you my case is as good as yours. You need it. You need it. So we go to the financial function and then we look for a payment method. There is a software niliwaonyesha jana in class, in the theory class. So I know theory class inakuanga boring kidogo, but we don't have, unaona hiyo 40 marks. Ukipata hiyo theory 40, hata ukifanya tu one question ya one way data table ama ufanye ya application of BDA in management accounting or ufanye scenario analysis, where you are done, where ushapita. So nataka muangalie tena, munaenda kwa that ChatGPT and then find out what is BMT, and then so that you can get more information. Otherwise you can as well click help here, you will get the information about it. So nikikuja that, so the rate students for this function always it is what? It is monthly rate, because tunajaribu kucalculate pesa yenye mtu atakuwa anarudisha per month. And then the number of the periods, the number of the periods is the 180, is 180 months. And then the present value is minus 100 minus the amount of the loan borrowed. The reason kwa nini naweka, unajua ni kurudisha, unarudisha loan. Otherwise nikiwacha ikiwa itanionyesha kwa my what, itanionyesha in my data table, itanionyesha negative, of which I don't want a negative. So if I press enter, so that is it. So the repayment per month, which always muliangalia hata kwa ile swali yenye tuliulizwa, this one is 3 marks. It is 3 marks or it is 3 marks. It is actually 3 marks. So monthly payment. So mtu atakuwa anarudisha pesa ngapi hapa? Mtu atakuwa anarudisha utakuwa unarudi, ukiomba mortgage unafaa ulipe for 15 years na loan amount is 2 million na uko na down payment ya 200,000 na yearly, and then the yearly rate also, all of this is determinant. You can see here, this input is very important, ndio itadetermine pesa yenye unafaa urudishe per month. So as you can see there, we have what? 14,793.78. So I think that is the main thing. Ukishafikia hapo, mambo zingine ni walk over. Hizo zingine ni walk over. Like for example, ukitaka kucalculate the what? The total to repay loan. The total to repay loan, it means that now utakuja kusema kama nalipa, kama you are paying 14,793.76. Magdalene anauliza the amount borrowed ni ngapi? Class, amount borrowed inafaa ikuwe ngapi? It's supposed to be, is it supposed to be 2 million or supposed to be 1.8? Sina shida na nyinyi, iko sawa. So it is simply okay. But unaona kama wamekupatia kwa exam yako na wakuambie cost of the house, if it is 2 million, just to use that amount. Just to use the amount. Hata kama kungekuwa na down payment ama kulikuanga na nini, just to use the original amount for now. For now. But I know you are right. Muko right mukisema, because inamaanisha pesa yenye aliomba sasa ni inaitwa nini? Ni one. So the assumption is that ukiomba like for example kama ni sako kama tuseme, let us take an example like the police. mtu akona pesa zake, share zake, maybe akona shares, inataka shares ya 200,000 ndio at least, ama saving ya 200 ndio at least uqualify upewe loan. So unajua maybe the moment ukipewa 2 million na kuna pesa zitakatwa zile zenye zingefaa zikatwe. Anyway, I think you are right, but it is still okay. What is very important here is the formula on how to go about. So tukitaka kucalculate, but let me call, because majority of the class is insisting, but tutumie tu original, but nimetumia 2 million because me nili assume the issue ya down payment hiyo ya 200,000. So tukikuja hapo to, if you need to calculate the total to repay loan, it means that it is the repayment per month, we multiply it by what? We use just a seller days formula. We multiply it by 180 months. The library center. So inamaanisha that is the amount you will be paying. But if we go to the, if I change, let me just change the what? Let me change, and then now to me the what? The 180. So financial, and then I press the BMT. Okay, sorry. I click here, and then BMT. So screen yako kama unatumia simu unaweza auto rotate ndio uone vizuri. So nikikuja hapo, so and then so tumesema the rate inakuanga ni nini? Inakuanga ni monthly rate always, because that function is only for month, it is the monthly. Unataka calculate ile pesa yenye mtu atarudisha per month, and then these are the number of the periods. The number of the period is what? 100 and what? 180. And then now the present value, the present value is what? Negative what? Tumesema tuweke 180. So if nikiweka 180 101.2, so inamaanisha the repayment per month will be 13. It will be 13. And then if we need now only the total interest paid, so unajua wanaweza kukupatia calculate the payment, the monthly payment, the total to repay loan, and then the total interest paid. If the for example, if the borrower unataka upatie the borrower many options. So ukitaka kupatia many options, for example, if it is ukitaka kulipa for 15 years, what if you need to pay it for 14 years? What if you wanted to pay it for 13 years? What if you wanted to pay it for 10 years? What if you wanted to pay it with for 16, 17, 18? What if how many payment will I be paying per month? How many interest will I be paying? How many total loan will I be paying? So what do we call the one-way data table will answer you that. One-way data table will answer you that without any challenge. So the interest, it means that I will do what? Nitakuja this amount minus what I had borrowed, this one. So inamaanisha the what? The total interest, it is about 500,000. It is 596. It is 596.88.88. So that is what? That is the total interest paid. 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 So now we go to the one variable data table. We go to the one variable data table. We go to the one variable data table. So one variable data table, the first thing you should do, vile nilikuwa nimewaambia, tumesema one variable data table, we deal only one input cell. We deal only one input cell. So one input cell, it can be either a column input cell or a row input cell. So for now, tunafaa tutumie the column. We use the column input cell. So, and then definitely tutaanza na 15. So tutaanzia the 15 because that solution we have it on your left hand side of the screen. Hiyo ndio itatusaidia kutuchibia many other questions. So maybe nitakuja hapa juu, maybe 14. So nataka nitumie a simple way, so plus 1. So and then now nitachukua no, nataka tu mpaka 30 years. So actually huwezi lipa loan mpaka ukufe, unaona? Ukilipa mpaka for 30 years. So namaanisha utalipa hiyo loan mpaka uende retire. So from there nitakuja hapa juu na uangalie mahali nimeclick. So nitaanza ya kwanza, the monthly payment. I press enter and then ikuja hapa juu and then maybe ni select the total to repay loan. And then ikuja ni select the what? The total interest paid, like that. And then now I'll go to my data table. I will select like this, students. And then now utakuja kwa data and then whatever analysis, data table. Since it is a one-way data table, it is one input cell. And then actually it is a column because unaona hizo years tumeweka column wise. So you will select the 15 years from here. Unaona? Una select from there. Then you simply okay. Then wow, that is your answer. And then you'll get definitely that is your answer. So if you observe that thing, ukisum vizuri uone, you realize that unaona I can either forward or back. So inamaanisha ningetaka kulipa hii loan for 14 years. So inamaanisha ninge increase amount from the original. Instead of kulipa 13,314.38. Okay, I will happen. So ukiangalia hapo, hebu angalia ya juu 40, unaangalia hiyo ya 14 years. Hiyo ya 14 years umerealize imeongezeka, si kama ile original. It is not like the one we did before. It is not like the one we did before. So it is not 13. Imekuwa 14,010.2219 because you know unataka kulipa for a shortest period. So inamaanisha tukienda 13, amount yenye utakuwa unalipa per month itakuwa on a higher side. Itafanya nini? Itaongezeka. It will definitely be on a higher side. And then now unaona tukienda tukireduce, ukilipa for 15 years ni ile amount yenye tumepata hapa. Unaona? Actually it is this. Scroll from your screen, inamaanisha ni hii. What if ukilipa for 20 years? So inamaanisha you will be paying what? 10,907.6 blah blah blah. And then now the total loan also itakuwa on a higher side. And then unaona interest inaenda mpaka mwenye atakuwa analipa for 30 years utalipa interest ya 1.2 million. you know, umekaa na pesa ya wenyewe for longer period, so that is why unalipa interest. So it is simple as that. So ukisikianga kenye tunasemanga what if, that is what we mean actually, that is what we mean. So what if, so I have a solution, niko na naweza come up with a solution for one value, but that one value imetupatia all these other solutions, as you can see there. So imetupatia all these other what solution, so that is it. You can even do it until 1. Unaweza weka hata mpaka 1 year, of which 1 year unajua utalipa hii pesa yote, utalipa 2,396,000 like that like that. So kuna student alikuwa amesema turudie hii ya what if, na isarudia, ndio nilikuwa nataka, because this is a revision, we are doing a revision kenye tulikuwa tumefanya before. Nilikuwa nataka tusonge tukisonga atuende two-way data table, just reminding you people, and then now nyinyi mtaenda kusolve that question yenye iko kwa I will just, there is a question yenye tulikuwa tumefanya about the one-way data table, and then also tutakuwa tunafanya, tukifanya ya call sheet tukifanya ya analysis, scenario analysis. So you go to the past paper and then you try to rule. Hapa tunataka upate the concepts, isikuwe tu ni revise past papers na maybe kuna watu hawajaelewa ni nini. You know, ukielewa it will be very simple. So and then also tukishamalizana na hii one variable data table, two variable data table, tufanye loan amortization, So so the first thing is tumesema it is what, if it is a one-way data table, it is a one input cells, so it means that ndakuja kuweka my years. Unajua my years I can as well decide niweke row wise, I can as well decide niweke it row wise, but waje tuweke column. So hapa unakuja kuweka, unaandika 15 yako, ama tuseme hata unaweza andika hapa 13, 14, 15, and then from there I can do what, I can drag maybe mpaka hapo. So that is another way. So we have so many ways of doing that, students. We have many ways of doing that. I can as well right click. Una right click here, and then una drag, and then unarudi nyuma mara moja. Sorry. So 13, right click. Oh, okay. Hiyo sida najua kwa nini. So nitaweza kuja hapa and then nikuje kwa home, nikuje kwa series, and then series, and then niseme from 1 itakuwa inaongezeka ba man mpaka 30 years. Then I press enter. Oh, lazima ni select kwanza the column wise, and then I click okay. So bado inanipea the same answer. Bado itanipea the same answer. Bado inanipea the same answer. So and then from there nitakuja sasa kwa ile solution yenye nataka. So nitakuja hapa kwanza niseme equal sign, and then tuanzie this monthly payment, and then nikuje tena equal sign, and then the total to repay, and then equal sign, and then total interest paid, like that. Then from there you select and then ukishia select sasa utakuja kufanya nini? Ukishia select unakuja data, and then whatever analysis, then data table. So for our case, the reason kwa nini nimeselected the column input cell, because unaona these years of ours tumeweka column wise, not the row wise. So na always tutakuja kutumia the input, not the input, which is this one. So that is why nimekuja kuselect hapa, and then I click okay, and then I have my answer, students, and then I have my answer. I have my answer. So let us go back. Let us go to the what? Let us go to two-way data table. Let us go to the two-way data table. Two-way data table. So kidogo tu. So let us go to a two-way data table. So need the same thing. Need the same thing too. You need to calculate kwanza because nimetumia the same data. Nimetumia the same data. So I don't know whether I should copy to save time or what should I do? Maybe I should copy. So si hii ndio tulikuwa tunafanya. So let me just do it very fast. So amount borrowed tumesema 200, 2 million minus 200. Then tukuje kwa monthly rate itakuwa yearly rate divided by 12. That is the monthly rate, and then the payment period is equals to 15 times 12. 15 times 12, that is what? That is, oh, sorry. I don't know what I've done. So equal sign 15 times this, then I press enter. That is 180, and then monthly payment equal sign, and then tunakuja kutafuta this financial function. So the rate is this. Present number of the period is 180, and then the present value is negative. Mumeniambia lazima nitumie, lazima ni t. So and then now tukuje kwa hii ingine, tukuje to calculate this, the other one. So equal sign, it will be 180 times what? Times the amount you pay per month. And then now the interest itakuwa ni total to repay loan minus the 1.5 million. So the interest rate is what? Is 596.88. Yes, like that. So, and then I'll do the same thing. I'll do the same thing for two variable data table. You know that this is a two variable data table. So what I will do, the first thing is naweka hiyo. Ndakuja kuweka tu kawaida 15. Ndaweka 15. And then kuje hapa and niseme equal sign. Mi napenda nikitumia hiyo plus plus 1. And I press enter. What have I done now? Equal sign this plus 1. So and then I so like that. So and then also I'll include, because now if we say about ukisikia kitu inasema the two variable data table, two-way data table, it means that we involve two input cell. Input cell ile yenye tunaweka. So unajua tushaweka hii as already. So tunafaa tuweke tena amount of loan. So tukiweka amount loan inamaanisha sasa that one it is what? It is two-way data table. That is a two-way data table. So you will allow me to use these two. So inamaanisha this one I'll do what? Nitaandika 2 million. Allow me nitumie 2 billion hapo because huwezi tumia ile yani hii amount borrowed. So 2 million. So and then niweke 1,000 separator. So nitakuja hapa home and then comma 1000 separator, and then I remove the what? I remove the decimal places. You can as well wajana nayo, unaweza jana nayo ama unaweza tumia. So and then from there, so inamaanisha nita select ama I'll simply even select that and then nikuje kwa home, nikuje kwa series, niseme inaongezeka by 500,000. 1 2 3 and then nataka iende mpaka 5 million ama 4 million, then I press enter. So and then I had shown you people on how you can do what you can set the auto adjust of your worksheet, how you can set the auto adjust of your worksheet. So from there nitakuja tu kwanza kuselect. I will select up to so nimeselect and then ukishia select sasa tutakuja wapi? Sija select moja. So and then from there nitakuja kwa data and then what if and then data table. So this whatever we are doing now, it is two variable data table. It is no longer a one variable data table. It is a two variable data table. It is two variable data table. So tukikuja hapo, so the row unaona tumeweka row wise, tumeweka amount of the loan borrowed. So ndio tutakuja kuweka hii amount. You just click there and then column ni ile tu, ni hii ya 15 and then you just click okay. So itatupea 00 because hatujapeana kenye tunataka kuangalia. So now unaweka hapo kenye unataka kuangalia. Unaona hapo that area. So nikikuja hapa and then niangalie this loan. So unaona inanipatia. So nikiomba loan ya 2,000,000 na nafaa nilipe for 15 years, nitalipa 13,314.38 blah blah blah. What if I need to borrow 2.5? So what if nataka niombe 2.5? So nikiomba 2.5 nataka nilipe the same, nikitumia the same years, nikitaka kulipa na the same years, so it means that I'll be paying back 17,012 or 17,012 shillings point blah blah blah. 30 million, 3 million ndio hivyo, unaona. So that is why we call it what if analysis. Something else which is also very important here is that you need to rename. You need to rename ndio uonyeshe watu okay, I think that one it is not necessary. It was necessary in one variable data table. So that is how to come up with a what? With a two variable data table. So unaona sasa nikiomba loan ya 3 million na nataka nilipe it for 30 years or for 20 years. So inamaanisha nikiomba 3 million nitaka kulipa kwa 20 years, this is what amount I will be paying. Unaona? So there is a question walikuwa nauliza which method maybe wanaweza kuambia umepewa options na the what the mwenye kampuni umepewa options na wewe your intention was ulikuwa unatafuta hii nyumba ya 3 million lakini ile unalipa pesa kidogo per month, yenye unarudisha pesa kidogo per month. So inamaanisha nao unafaa ulipe for more years. So unaona ukilipa for 30 years you will be paying what? You will be paying 13 kama tu ile ya hii ingine. But now you will be paying it for so many years and then the repayment per month itakuwa on a higher side. Repayment per month, you will be paying it maybe 15,000, but sometimes it is viable because I will be getting something small at the end of the month. So any question about the data tables? Any question about the data tables? So, and then if there is no question about the data tables, I wanted us to utilize the remaining minutes. We do something small. I don't know kama kuna mtu anaenda job saa mbili. Can you confirm? If there is somebody anaenda job saa mbili, so tutamalizia hapo. And then kama hakuna mtu anaenda job, tunaweza fanya one more question because naona tukifanya hiyo question nyingine, if we do that concept of another concept in that table, it means that it will take us more than tutafanya for more than saa mbili. So I wanted to confirm in this class, so you can confirm it through the chat whether kuna mtu anafanya nini, kuna mtu anaenda job Saturday. Kama mtu anaenda job, atuambie anaenda so that we can stop there, we do it, we continue tomorrow. Tuna continue tomorrow with the concepts of this data tool. So I'm waiting for your feedback. I'm waiting for the feedback. Otherwise, kama hakuna feedback, my assumption itakuwa ni kila mtu ako okay. We can do one more thing. But inaweza pitisha saa mbili kidogo tu. Inaweza pitisha saa mbili na like 10 or 20 minutes. Abel, hatuwezi maliza. Whatever we are doing, it is not the data table. Data table. Okay. So I wanted us to go back to the what? I want us to go back to the one variable data table. I wanted us to go back to the one variable data table. I wanted us to go back to one variable data table. So now in this one variable data table, kidogo, I'm coming back. Kidogo tu, narudi. Okay, so I was inquiring from the school kama kuna hiyo email inatumika. Yeah. So I've been told that hiyo class ingine itatumia tumalize by 8:10 ndio class ingine ifanye nini? Iweze itumie that email. So what we are supposed to do, let us just do it very fast. Wameniambia nimalizie exactly 8. Ama wamenipea 5 minutes, but I think by 8 minutes takuwa nimemaliza what I wanted to show you people. So tukikuja haka kwa in our one way data table, we need to rename this one. Unafaa rename this one. You are supposed to rename this. We label uonyeshe this is what this one should be what it should be the monthly payment and then the total to repay loan. Naona nikikuja hapa kuandika the monthly payment, nikikuja kuandika hapo the monthly payment, so unaona kenye inanionyesha because of the cell address. So if I need to rename it, it means that this is what I will do. I will right click, and then nikuje kwa format cells. Sorry, kidogo tu. So so nikuje format cells, and then ukuje mpaka custom, and then from the custom scroll kuja general, and then doa hii, and then weka quotes, and then andika monthly, monthly payment or monthly repayment, amount. So, and then from there, I'll click OK. Okay. Sikufunga quote. So always realize the importance of that quotes. Nikiweka quotes because yes, so unaona now it is okay. So maybe I can wrap text here, and then ndio drag hivi kidogo, ni drag hivi kidogo like that, and then nikuje hapa. Maybe sikufanya vizuri. So sijui kwa nini inakataa, but ni sawa. Provided you want a monthly amount, and then the other one you should do the same thing. So you right click also. You will right click and then ukuje kwa format cells. Then ukisha kuja format cell, kuja custom. And then I'll scroll this. Nikuja kwa general. And then hapa niandike backspace. And then I open the quotes. And then niandike this the what, then the next one is the what? Is the total to repay loan. Total to repay loan. And then I close the quotes. Then I click OK. And then tukuje kwa the what? The next one, which is the total total interest paid. So I will as well do that. And then so, and then I custom, and then so unakuja hapa kufanya nini, you drag. So, and then now, that is why I'm requesting all of us, we try tomorrow to see Miss class, tukuje hiyo class yetu ya kesho, hiyo class yetu ya saa 10, it is from 4 to 6. So tukuje ndio tukuje to apply whatever we have done today in the past papers, and then tuende scenario. Unajua tunarudia kenye tulikuwa tumefanya. It is like we are doing a recap. We are doing a recap what we had done before. So it is very important tufanye hivyo. That is why unaona nowadays even Sundays itabidi tu to sacrifice even if it is for 1 hour 30 minutes. So the total to repay, total interest to repay, the total interest to repay, and then I close. The reason why lazima niweke quotes because a formula ina recognize sana. It usually recognize sana text. So like that. So you need also to be in a position to rename from your side. Make sure that unajua ku rename. To hii font type yangu inakaa funny. So that is it students. So I hope mumepata kitu about whatever we have done today, the 1 variable data table, the 2 variable data table. So when we'll be solving that question tomorrow, I don't think kama kuna mtu atakuwa na any issue. So but I wanted as we do maybe before tujibu hizo swali, because tunataka tujibu question moja tumalizie. So kenye nataka tutafanya kwanza, tutakuja kufanya the call seek, and then tukuje tufanye scenario manager, and then now ndio tukienda kusolve question, tukiacha tusiache tukisolve a part of the question tuache ingine. So that one will be do it tomorrow from 4 to 6. So because of email ya shule inahitajika kutumiwa na class ingine saa hizi, so let me just nipeane the email and then the account ndio class ingine iendelee per timetable. Unajua yetu ingefaa ikuwe inaisha saa ngapi? Inafaa ishe 8:30. Inafaa ishe 8, sorry. Inafaa ishe 8. Inafaa ishe inaitwa 7:50 is there. But tomorrow will die. Tomorrow unajua hakuna mtu atakuwa na tuwekea. Hata tunaweza tukiona mambo iko mzuri, we can even extend tomorrow from 4 mpaka hiyo time nyingine. Ndio hii kitu tuelewe kabisa. And then ikikaribia hiyo siku, at least kila mtu ako in what. And then I'm still waiting for the solutions. Hakuna mtu amenitumia hata moja. Hakuna mtu amenitumia. Unajua ni mzuri mtu akikupea kitu ufanye, ni mzuri ujaribu. Ukijaribu and then utumia, naona uko. Lakini unajua hiyo kitu umepewa kazi, utaki kutumana, na maybe si ati hata ni kitu tu unasema it is not necessary. It is very necessary because now we'll be handling the theoretical part of it and then practical part of it. And then theories, umeona Excel, maneno ya Excel sana iko kwa theory. Unajua we ukiiva sana Excel, ukiiva about the functions, ukibia about the formulas, maneno ya theory itakuwa like a walkover kwako. Na tena hii the practical, unajua the moment hakuna vile utaiva hii, utapita theory na uanguke the practical, because they are related in one way or the other. So I'm requesting before tomorrow's lesson, make sure that tumetumana hiyo papers from question number 1 to 20 and then ndio next week tunaenda kwa pepa ingine. Hizo pepa za data analysis ni kidogo, ni kitu yenye ikifika before mfanye exam yenu. I think your exam utafanya tarehe ngapi? Itakuwa ni tarehe 6 I guess. Tarehe 6 next month. We have only a month or less than even a month. So tutakuwa tumefanya revision ya hiyo theory yote. And then now you have the intelligent software yenye unaweza uliza swali. But hiyo intelligent software inaweza kuangusha ukiandika vibaya. Unaona? Ukiandika question vibaya itakurefer kwa vitu zingine yenye sio relevant. So it is not always that mwenye anatumia hiyo software unajua kenye unafanya. Kama wewe ni mtu unajua kenye unafanya ndio inakuwa rahisi. So otherwise student, let us meet tomorrow at 4 and then also let us try to go attend hii class kesho, and then it is good for our own benefit. It is good for our own benefit. So a likes of Abdi, don't expect Abdi na wengine wenye walikuja late wachelewe, because this but just like a repetition. This just yenye tunarudia kenye tulikuwa tumefanya during our beginning of the semester. So thank you very much. Let us meet tomorrow at 4. Mutumane exercises. Thank you.